Good morning. So, mom had a rough night. She got up in the middle of the night and she was really, really nauseous and threw up a little bit. And her fever went down a little bit last night, though, so that's a good thing. She already went to go have her first radiation for this morning a couple hours ago. And when they brought her back, I was really, really upset that I finally, it's just, when little things happen here and there, you're able to just kind of let them go. And this time they had dropped her off at the front of the room instead of bringing her all the way inside. And when the people that take her to radiation and bring her back from radiation, when they come into the room to drop her off, they're supposed to wash their hands, put gloves on, and wear a mask. Well, I don't know if this guy just didn't want to do any of that, or he thought that she was strong enough to do it on her own, but he had just kind of left her at the front of the door, and when she walked in, she was getting tangled up really bad with the curtain. And I'm just glad that I was here because... And I'm glad that I was here because normally when she goes to radiation, I use that time, like that hour, to go look for a restroom out in the lobby and just kind of freshen up, because I'm not allowed to use her restroom at all. I'm just allowed to be in there when she's in there using the restroom or taking a shower to help her, but I cannot use it for myself. And well, the guy had just dropped her off in the front of the door. He didn't come in because he didn't want to wear a glove and mask, because he just wears them to drop her off, and as soon as he goes out, he has to take it all off. And I'm like, that's not that hard to do. It only takes 1 minute out of your time to do that. But I was really upset, and I had to turn him in, because if I wouldn't have been here and she was all tangled up with the curtain and I had to yell at her and say, hey, stop moving, stand still, I'm on my way to help you. And so I had to untangle her, and the doctor agreed with me. He's like, I even get tangled coming in here. So so far she hasn't been nauseous since the first radiation. She hasn't been nauseous since last night, but she's had her first radiation and she hasn't gotten nauseous. She woke up this morning with a lot of sores around her mouth. And the doctor came in to see her, and it was kind of funny because the doctor was like, oh, you have herpes. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, yeah. I guess sores are like, a form of herpes. And it was just funny because you're not used to hearing sores being referred to as herpes. So he's like, well, they do take her out 3 times a day. You never know who she's out there kissing. That was pretty funny. But mom's having breakfast right now, and she feels good, other than the nausea and getting a fever here and there, and the occasional headache. But I guess the headache is being caused because of the anti-nausea medication, and I guess they're going to try out a new one. Hopefully she doesn't get nauseous anymore. But she's having breakfast. Say hi. She's feeling good right now. Physical therapy came in, and they started making her do exercises on her bed, which is good because sometimes she doesn't feel too good to get up and walk around, so she can do them in bed. Also, her white blood count, when she came in, she was at 16,000, and then yesterday she was at 13,000, and today she's at 8,000, which is great. She's getting close to being under 500, which is what the doctor wants her to be at for the transplant. So looks like she's gonna take a nap now. So she's doing okay now. She goes to her next radiation in a couple hours. I'll keep you guys updated on how she does with the other two. So okay, that's it for right now. Bye.